Hello, hello. I think we can sit
Yes.
like this.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
feel
can-
very center.
A little bit like a more.
Yeah.
Maybe it's too much. Yeah, that's like.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hello everybody. Today, actually, we will make this stage will be in English. By the way, sorry, and we will talk about UGC gaming, and we will basically talk about the Roblox and the Fortnite UEFN, because Roblox and the Fortnite UEFN right now, as you know, this is like the most known UGC gaming platforms. So we will talk about first of all, because as we are also developers, we knows what is like a pros and cons of like being a UGC developer in the game development area. So maybe we can give you some ideas about if you're planning or if you're already a developer in the UGC platform. So I just would like to start with introducing ourselves. I am Caner Ataş. I am the managing director of FXFX Studios, and let
Is
me.
it doing it? Button pressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So, as FXFX Studios, actually, we are mostly developing like Roblox games for cartoons and brands. So, also, please, Elisa, what you're doing, and then
Yes.
introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Eliza Yepin, and I'm head of IP development at DotPlay. So I actually work for a fund that funds Roblox games and UEFN games. I also am a UGC creator, though I came as a YouTube influencer and created a virtual pop star that blew up on TikTok over time. And so my part in this is looking at how Roblox is a place to develop in entertainment across the board, because it's such an exciting space.
Yeah. And Andres.
Yes, I'm the head of Estonian game dev, so I'm leading the community in Estonia of video game developers. And at the same time, I'm the head of curriculum of game design and programming in minor university. And we just recently opened with my partner, additionally, a studio doing games in Fortnite editor.
Fortnite
so,
UEFN.
yeah, we're trying to get into this segment. So I'm new to the segment, but at least I know quite a lot of the stats and how it's growing in Estonia.
Yeah, at least also you know like a lot about gaming industry like deeply. So at least it's at some point it's more or less they're feeding from each other, like all the industry and the UGC gaming. So yeah, we can talk about this too. So next slide, if I can.
You just have to push it very well, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. Maybe I can just say
Developers,
next one.
huh?
It's like,
Can't
it wouldn't
press
be
the button.
fun if everything would work.
I know.
You know? When something goes
Classic
wrong,
demo.
then
Okay,
you know it's good.
this is the page.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great.
cool.
Oh, wait, no, go back.
Yeah,
yes.
this is the page. Okay, thank you. Okay.
Oh, maybe I can
Yeah.
press
Oh,
the
now
button.
you get to try. Yeah.
Actually, first of all, we want to talk about this the rapid rise of UGC gaming. Why it became so popular. Maybe some of them you already heard about. This is very like recent news. Like GTA 6 now is also jumping into UGC area. So at least like the rumors say so.
Yes.
So probably they will. And actually, I want to talk, for example, with Elisa. Like, what do you think? Why it's like growing so fast? Like, what is really happening? Why people like developers are really jumping into?
I mean, it's very exciting because I came from mobile originally, and I would say, it was interesting watching the Roblox scene. I didn't really understand it. I have 2 kids. My kids play Roblox all day, every day. And, it's actually from them that I've started to understand what it's about, because I play Roblox with my kids, and because obviously it's my job to know. So I'm, looking at what's going on in there, and it's uncomparable to the industries that we have known of, that you say like the older developers are used to, AAA games, mobile, the structure, the sort of production ethos. It's scrappier.
Yeah.
It's instantaneous. But that means that it's part of culture, right? It's part of like what's happening today. It's a part of culturally relevant moments.
Because also I think people don't only want to watch or consume something, also want
Exactly.
to be a part of it at some point.
Well, I mean, there was this one Roblox game which is standing in a line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are many copies, like you know,
Yeah.
line in the like heaven, line in
exactly.
somewhere, like
Exactly. I mean, so just
Shrek
standing
and
in a line, and I think that's, you know, it's part meme, it's part like art experience. I recently watched a production of Heathers, the musical,
Yeah.
done in Roblox. And what they do is they got all of the people together who actually like rehearsed and trained all the songs and all the lines and learned how to do all the emotes so that they could, and they made the whole stage. There was an intermission, there was a place to sit, you know, and you could get signatures from the crew afterwards, and it was amazing. I watched the whole like 2-hour thing with my son.
That's amazing.
And we were sitting there eating popcorn and watching a Roblox theatrical performance, which was very small and intimate. You know, it was really, really cool. So it's nothing like anything we've seen, and that's the charm and beauty, right? It's both the place for innovation, but the stickiness is in that it's current.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. By the way, like Andres, you told that like I know also like you like started a new studio, and it's already like for these minorities you're giving some education, like game development education, and somehow they also like chose the like Fortnite, for example. But what was there like? Why they didn't go with something? Why they are really insisting on like going with UGC gaming?
Well, right now in Estonia, we have this new wave of people really interested in Unreal Engine.
Okay.
And we even opened additional courses of Unreal Engine in Estonia. We got certification. In Pärnu, we have this school with gold certificate in Unreal Engine. And young people in Estonia, most of them, they do play Fortnite. They are interested in Unreal, but it's so hard. It's so complicated.
Yeah.
So when Fortnite editor came, everyone jumped the ship. They all started trying. My students in university, all of them are trying right now Fortnite editor. Most of them are already doing some maps or already created some maps. There are already some unofficial teams working there. Even professional developers started prototyping there, because Roblox, it was always cool. We all love it, but most of the developers, they looked at it a bit like it's a bit too childish for them, maybe.
Yeah.
But then Fortnite editor comes and they're like, okay, this is a very easy version of real product from Epic Games, Unreal Engine. So it's like, you know, Unreal Engine is a full experience, and this is like, you know, you can try, you can get in, and then you can understand, can you work there? Maybe you can learn some basics. So what is happening? I know some studios that have students for practice, and they do practice in Fortnite editor right now.
Okay, that's
so
very smart.
That's what's happening, and that's our idea, to provide this practice to students, because we don't have enough places right now in Estonia. A lot of studios maybe closed down, maybe they have some problems recently with all the situation in the world. And then this is such a great opportunity to give a real experience, and at the same time, it's a free tool.
Yeah,
so we
it's
don't
also
lose money, they don't lose money, we can use that.
Exactly. Like we can actually say that like a UGC gaming is a kind of shortcut for game development, because it just gives you some tools. You just need to learn the idea of the game, like making a game, and then you can apply it, and your game is ready.
I mean, across the industry, as a buzz between investors, it's considered to be like the, you know, the future fertile breeding ground for the next big developers and the next big IP. But I think what they often do is they have the misconception where they reflect it with their values, their culture, their ethos, and they don't understand that it's just like completely different. You got to like toss out half of what you know.
And actually, you know what? I also see another point there. Like the trends are like changing so rapidly in the world. Like in Netflix, we are watching something, and next day is trend. And most of the people here probably they know that skibby toilet. You know, this is like a crazy something.
Well, it's a word.
Normally,
now.
you know what?
My kids
normally,
use it all the time.
Yeah, but
unfortunately,
you know what? Normally, any investor would invest for it. but it works.
Yeah.
And it worked. So it's also showing that at some point, you know, like being a part of it, it's something.
Yeah.
It's also like trend setting is a little bit different than the previous market norms, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why I think like today we can see something on YouTube and or TikTok or social media or somewhere. Then tomorrow it can be a game
Yeah.
in Roblox
Exactly.
or in Fortnite, and it can be a very popular game the day.
I want to ask the audience a question. With a show of hands, how many of you watch more YouTube game-related content than you watch like actual TV series on Netflix or other? Yeah, okay, it's at least about half. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
the
mean,
thing.
statistically, by the way, that's showing to be true. YouTube is dominating in views across
Exactly.
the board over Netflix. Their gaming sector, especially that content, is going really, really high. So there is a clear overlap between content consumption of the experiences and the worlds and all of the things around it, plus the lore and the games.
Exactly.
And, you know, so I think it's inextricable from each other. That's why I'm the head of IP development, because I really love that part where I think it's changing the way that what is entertainment.
Can you also open this IP like development? Like what is IP development actually? Like why it's like how it works and how they can also somehow apply it in their game if they want to do.
Well, I mean, I think the simplest thing to bring it back to is that everybody knows Mickey Mouse, right? And everybody knows Disney, and Disney and Mickey Mouse are inextricable from each other. And that was, you know, Disney's own brand IP development. And they've taken him from, you know, the movies to, you know, small shorts to movies to toys to theme parks to games. That's IP that can live in so many different forms, you know. Pokemon is the biggest franchise IP in the world.
Yeah.
And they started with trading cards. They went into, you know, TV series and games, and you know, now everybody knows.
Everywhere.
Like now everybody knows like Pokemon. It's very clear what Pokemon is. And similarly, you know, everybody, when it comes to like entertainment business, that's like the holy grail. But very few people can do this thing. The other thing is that it means that you have to be so culturally relevant and entrenched that everybody recognizes it. But then, you know, we talked about this backstage. There was this thing where people used, back in the day, like when I was a kid, they tried to make movies out of games and they were horrible. And then, you know, and by the way, in Hollywood, they called that the game remake curse. They actually called it a curse.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was like some sort of thing they couldn't get away from. And I'm like, maybe it's just your attitude. You know, I don't know, but that doesn't seem like a real problem, that they couldn't get it right. And now we're seeing things like Fallout, Last of Us, the Mario movie, you know, and all of the Sonic films. Sonic is on Roblox. Sonic's in the... So this is IP development. And I think we are seeing... I can tell you that in like classic entertainment Hollywood spheres, they do not know how to break a new IP. In other words, they just can't, like, they can't make a movie. They can't make a new character. I bet everybody here has gone like, why do I keep seeing the same remakes like a million times over? It's because the cost of making something new and making every one of you here interested in it is too high. Because you'd have to get into your collective consciousness at a cost-effective way, and it's too oversaturated.
Yeah.
So they're not going to break new IP. So all of the new IP is most likely going to come from these sectors.
Exactly, yeah. So, Andre, can we...
the next one. I will try. It works.
So, if we compare Roblox and Fortnite, we are comparing these two because, as we said in the beginning, it's like the most popular ones. Roblox, of course, has like 85 million daily active players. That's a lot, to be honest. And their players are a little bit different. Roblox are played by mostly younger generation, and Fortnite is a little bit like more teenagers, actually. And like when we look at the players, you know, Roblox is almost 50-50, half, half,
Gender,
yeah,
gender,
as
yeah.
gender-wise, but Fortnite UEFN is more male-dominated
Yeah.
game actually. So it's also like when
What-
you're developing a game, it's also some actually some parameters to check or some ideas which way or which kind of game you want to make and
Well, it's
which-
very
yeah.
interesting because we've asked the question that very recently the hit game Dress to Impress
Yeah.
just killed it on Roblox, and then it's very hard to come in on Roblox and now make those kind of waves. But at least we saw in the last year, we saw Dress to Impress, we saw Fish, and it was really like booming.
Oh yeah,
And-
can we press the other one? Yeah, we can also because we have some.
I'm trying.
Oh yeah,
And there we go. Yeah, yeah.
So for example, we can talk about these two games.
Yeah.
These are like most popular Roblox games, like
Yeah.
we can say. Brookhaven is very old one.
Yeah.
Like people who played Roblox
And
probably.
it's a role-playing game.
It's a role-playing
And the
game.
thing is that we've asked ourselves is that looking at UEFN, where are the role-playing games, and what is going on here? And we think about this is we've asked the question: is it the culture? Because is it this culture that you're going into Fortnite and you want to make a Fortnite game? So you're more doing the battle royales,
Yeah.
the heists, the shoot 'em up, like any of these things that feel really like it's core to that demographic, which also means that it's siloed and it isn't. They're sort of the creative community is sort
Yeah.
of siloing itself. The other thing is the gender demographic, right? Like if girls are not playing, Fortnite that much, how much are they into going to be?
The reason there's no like role playing in
Yeah.
Fortnite because there is no like girls in Fortnite.
Well, yeah.
Easily we can simply say that.
But
like-
there are, I think that there is an awareness and an interest, and I think that it's going to be a hard way to like break through that culture and also that shift to gender demographics there. But one of the real reasons why it's also a pushback is because of the way that Fortnite hinders creators from creating UGC items.
Oh yeah.
Because I hate to like lean into the stereotypes, but girls like to shop and likes items and things. And by the way, I always called Fortnite a fashion game because Fortnite skins were
Oh, yeah.
so wild and crazy.
It's a crazy
And their
fashion game, actually.
hugest-
Yeah.
It's their hugest cash, generator.
Coming
But they
from the-
don't want to be seen as that, or they don't want to give up on that ownership of that cash flow. I'm not quite sure which one it is, but it is part of that. But that's where Roblox is so much more like flexible because you can create all these items. You can just literally go in there and
Yeah.
create outfits. And you can make money creating outfits, or you can go in there and create cute cats, or whatever.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
thing is that you can't do like there's the cat games in Roblox, and you can't be really a cat in Fortnite,
Exactly,
And
yeah.
so these are
Yeah,
the
that's
way
what-
that they limit the avatar expression. I think is a
Exactly. That's really changing the like for example, as you said, like in Fortnite, as visually, as mechanically, the game is more like a more action style game.
Yeah.
But Roblox can be just like turn into something else as well. You can create
a shop.
completely like different looking game there.
yeah.
So it's also like that's why this difference is happening there. Yeah.
I
so,
spend a lot of time going to high school in Roblox,
Oh yeah, it's actually that's
playing
true.
Bayside High with my daughter.
Yeah, for example, if you talk about the Dress Impress,
yeah.
this is very interesting because this is a very new game,
Yes.
but it broke some really good records there.
Massive record.
Like, so then it shows that it's actually like it's possible to
Yeah.
still make a very like playable and record-breaking game there.
This is a 17-year-old girl who became like got
Exactly.
10 million in a month kind of
Exactly. So
level of cash. It's
these are
insane.
real numbers when you look at that way.
Yeah.
So, like, I also want to ask, like, what do you think, guys? Like, this popularity or how it can really be, like, why it worked. I'm pretty sure there was many games similar to that before, But why it worked really?
I mean, I would say that it's the core of it is incredibly simple. It was like the simplest, and I think everybody who goes into Roblox overthinks it.
Yeah.
They come in and they either overthink the social part, like, oh, it's Roblox, we have to be social, or then they're like, let's copy another game, let's definitely not be ourselves. Let's do something that was great on mobile. Let's do something that was great in the 80s on a console. Like all these weird misconceptions of like what gaming should be.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. And I think that a 17-year-old who's spent their time playing around with fashion on Roblox and goes like, I'd like to play this game, and makes it. That's why they.
That works.
That's
yeah.
why it works.
That's the thing. Yeah, yeah. So because it's also like even like when I tried really what is happening inside, like what is really like why it's so popular.
Yeah.
I saw that, like you're like choosing what to wear.
Yes.
This is very important.
But
Something.
it's not
very
just
customized.
You go into like you're in a store and all
Exactly.
the mannequins are there, and it's just point at every mannequin
Which
and
hair?
then you wear it. and-
Exactly. Which hair you want,
Yeah.
which like skirt, which like dress or whatever. And
Yeah.
then you are actually going to the stage and people are also voting you. This is also another like level of competition. And this is
And did you know that you now in Roblox can point another person's avatar and see their clothing and pick their clothing to buy yourself?
that's crazy.
I mean, it's just so cool because I just did that. I was like, oh, I like
I
what
like
that
the
person has.
yeah.
And then I'm like,
So I want the same one.
I want that. Yeah, yeah. And it was like, I like this. It's just like, I'm God. I want what you're wearing.
That's amazing. So can we also change, please? Yeah. So actually, I also want to talk about a bit like the development in UGC gaming. Let's say if somebody really wants to develop a game in Fortnite or in Roblox, like for example, like Andre, like what do you think? Like where to start from? Like let's say I want to like I have no idea about game development, and for example, you are saying that for minorities you are giving this education, and where it starts from, what they're doing.
Well, first of all, one comment about the difference between Fortnite editor and Roblox. It was very important that Roblox, mainly all of the players are on mobile platforms.
Yeah.
And Fortnite editor and Fortnite is mainly PC platform,
platform,
and
yeah.
consoles. So that's a very big difference, and maybe that's why there are much more younger audience in Roblox right now, and it's harder for them to go into the Fortnite and Fortnite editor because you have to have a PC, and usually
and also like sorry for interrupting, but it's like also as we develop for bots in both platform, we also saw that like learning Roblox kind of a bit more like user friendly. The other one is like your Unreal Engine, even it is like a little bit like a simplified version. Still, a little bit needs time to learn of it.
It's a bit more scary.
Yeah,
yes, it's a
little
bit more
bit, yeah.
scary. And there is a very drastic difference. Roblox was originally made as a platform to create your game. Fortnite was a very successful game, and then they decided, oh, we can open it.
Yeah.
And we can find new ways to get more people and more revenue. So Fortnite was originally a shooter, and they had millions of fans of this genre. So of course, when they opened up the platform, the first games, the first wave, are mostly games that are not far away from the shooting, running.
Still, it's something
And
like
they
that.
mixed
yeah.
that with the Unreal Editor, which was a professional grade heavy-duty
Yeah.
Exactly,
gaming
yeah.
engine.
Yeah, so what I see is that just give a few years maybe for the Epic guys. Just give them a bit of time. They're at the moment they're so young. It's like first year that like officially it opened up.
Yeah.
The Fortnite editor is released. Maybe we need a few more years, and maybe they will finally get back to the mobile platform.
And there are things, by
There's
the
also
way,
something to
UEFN
it, yeah.
is excelling in, by the way, live performances. I mean, they had Marshmallow, they had Snoop Dogg. All of those have had much higher CCU scenarios than any other such similar thing that might have been tried in Roblox. So Roblox is doing the live performance thing as well as Fortnite.
And because, of course, in Fortnite, even visuals, there is a bit more about visuals.
Yeah.
All this Unreal Engine, Epic Games, it's always about, visuals. So, of course, the target audience, I see it's, of course, right now, mainly men, mainly people with the PC, mainly people who are interested in graphics, and maybe even in those concerts.
Yeah.
Because children, usually, they don't care. Snoop Dogg or those concerts. They just want to play some kind of Sonic game, maybe.
Yeah.
So with the studio that we've just made, we're getting together people right now. We just opened the application. We said there is no salary, but if we release something, you split the income. Right. And we had so many people coming to us, students, professionals, everyone, that we just now cannot even go through the list. Like, we have to check all those names. It's too many names. And we have to choose only 12 people in the end. So that means they're so interested. And how do we start? You just download it and play with it. That's all. And what is good? 6 people on the same project easily can cooperate.
Yeah, that's also very
so
big
cool.
advantage. Also, like nowadays, is learning something is so like easy, let's say, because like you have YouTube, you have everything there. You can just write like how to make a game and Fortnite UEFN. This is so simple. Search and it will work. So basically, this might be the first step, as you said.
And there are so many pre-made islands. All of the assets from 4 years of Fortnite, they're all available. You can go to the marketplace. There are many free things. There are many, paid things. You can buy something if you really want to. Everything is there. You just use it. That's all. And you just sit there and you just play with it. You play with it as a child with toys, and then you just try to make something out of it. You watch some videos. You play some other games that creators created. It's so cool.
And I think also another thing to point out, as somebody, if you guys are thinking about getting into this, is that don't get in your own way overthinking it. Like, I don't know how many times I've already said this, but just don't overthink it. Like, go and make something that's fun and put it out and learn, and then do it again and do it again and do it again, because that's the value of these platforms. This is what developers can't do, because they've needed a team of 10 to put out something, and they spend all that time polishing something that then doesn't work, and they don't get to learn enough lessons fast enough. So it's most amazing is that how fast you can learn, gauge from your audience what's working, try it again.
It's actually a very good point, because I'm also seeing from developers, they just keep trying.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that. Sometimes it's like there is one like developer bias. It's like when you're making a game, you are thinking, okay, it will work, but it might not work. And unfortunately, 80-90% it will not work.
Exactly.
Because if it's kind of, it's a very, there is no rules for it. There are some, but it doesn't mean it will work. So it's like, that's why the developers are usually, it's always better, try it, read the numbers, see the audience, what people really played inside, what really caught these people. If you really have a potential there, if you can see something, then it's already open to develop it. And otherwise, it's always kill this game, go with a new one. It's like you don't have to just tie yourself with this game. You can just skip to another one, because even successful developers in this UGC gaming area, they're trying.
Yeah, and they don't necessarily make more than the one hit, or can't get it. And by the way, this is across the board for everybody. I don't think it's stated enough, sadly, how much luck is a factor in cultural things.
It's true.
It's the right time, the right place, and the reason why these spaces are becoming so interested is because you get so many more shots on goal to be at the right time at the right place.
Exactly. And this is this is very old example, but before Facebook, there was many Facebooks.
Yeah.
But Facebook was on the right time.
Yeah.
Before iPhone, there was many iPhones, let's say. This touching was actually still 10 years ago, there was still this.
There was a thing called Nokia.
Yeah. Yeah. But today, you're seeing that, yes, it is very important that
Yeah.
like you should be in the right time, in the right place. So
Exactly.
yeah, and also like yeah, for example we can talk about for a developer. Okay, we talk where to start from, but which platform, and we like basically actually touch some points, but what are the real the real things that I should if let's say I just want to be a developer, I want to develop a game,
Yeah.
and okay, I will just search, but I have some game ideas, and how should I decide which platform to go or where to go with?
I mean, that probably will come down to your, I would say, go with your gut and your personal preferences.
Okay.
I mean, because again, you could research the hell out of it and still be wrong. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
so surprisingly, I think your gut will probably get you there faster. The other thing I would say is, you know, as I said, don't get in your own way. That's really like, I can't stress that enough. Don't get in your own way. Try some quick things. What was the other question? Yes.
It's actually like, choosing this platform, like
Yeah.
what points
I mean-
should be really to consider and really to take
Well,
care
okay. If you want to go into the deep sort of industry capitalist point of view, you've got two really different economic business structures between UEFN and Roblox. UEFN pays out 40% to their developers. This is within quotation marks because actually there's the Fortnite original island, which they also pay out their
Yeah.
own thing. So it's not really 40% of all of their.
Because Battle Royale is the
Yeah.
most played game actually. in
and
Fortnite.
they pay out based on engagement. So it's just about how many users you get in there, how long do they stay in there, and for how many months. And what they do, what that means is that if you're getting like several daily concurrent users, you're getting paid out on engagement. This is why I call UEFN the TikTok of gaming, because it's literally just like a flash in the pan, almost a meme level thing. Because from a game development standpoint, what you really need to do to keep what the industry calls a forever game going is live ops. And live ops means giving them incentives,
Yeah.
game passes, new content. And if you haven't got any UGC or game passes or things you can create in this, you can't create this
Ecosystem,
this flywheel.
like, yeah.
You can't do your live ops scenario. I mean, so on the very basic structure of that, regardless of whether in UEFN or Roblox, you have to think about updates and weekly updates, or at least bi-weekly updates. But I mean, it's funny. I asked my son about this, and he's like, "Mom, you have to update weekly. It's not going to fly unless you update weekly." I'm like, "Gotcha." Like ask any teenager, and they'll tell you what the cadence is and what they expect to
Yeah.
see, and what's going to keep it relevant for them. Now, when you start to think about that, you really, as a developer, got to think about what is the type of content you're going to deliver at this kind of
Yeah.
a cadence, and how does it work, and at what point do you do it? Because also, I will tell you that if you plan all this ahead of time and then you put it out there and it just fizzles and flops and you spend a lot of time, like, no, move on. And moveon.com, as my boss likes to say. She says all the time, like, moveon.com. She's my partner, actually. But, you have to take a look at it and go, like, is this worth it? No, try again. Try something else.
Yeah.
It's when it starts to fly, when it's really got, like, some people in it, when it's
Spinning in its place or something,
spinning
yeah.
in its place, then you should have that in your back of
Yeah,
your
yeah,
head,
that's
is
true.
now how do I work with this?
Yeah.
But you're also in an opportunity then where you can reach out to other studios and developers and say, I've got this hit game. Do you want to come partner with me,
Yeah.
by the way?
Yeah.
And can you help me with these things? So
This
those
is
are
really
deal-
important.
Yeah.
Actually, I also want to ask this to, for example, Andres, because he is also managing a community. Like, what is the importance of community? Because we also know that, like, of course, like, you can have a very good idea to develop in the, let's say, in Roblox or in Fortnite. And, okay, you also learned how to make this game. But still, while you are making this game, it is still important. At some point, you need some feedback. Like, some people should play this game. Let's say 20 of your friends, 30, 40 of your friends should play this game and give some ideas back to you, because then you will fix these errors, these mistakes in the game. And when you fix these bugs, then the game will be more valuable and then will be open to the audience. So it is really important, community, and I really want you to hear that, like, what is behind of it, like being, like building a community with the game, before the game, or like how it's working, how they can build a community actually.
Developers, professional developers, how it's called, professional. People who are doing games for many years, I would say, at least in Estonia. For a long time, they looked at Roblox and UEFN and all this world as a joke, that it's mostly for children or younger audience. But more and more, I see studios really prototyping in Roblox and now in Fortnite editor. And I would say that from my side of view, there's a big difference. You can build a really good sustainable business right now in Roblox. I know that, I see that. I see those studios in Estonia, they get those IPs from somewhere, somehow, and then they work with those famous IPs, and they really make a real business out of it. With the Fortnite editor, I think right now it's not possible. I don't believe that today in the Fortnite you can do a sustainable business. I do believe that they have this leverage of a few years. Let's wait what will happen in 3-4 years, but right now it's too early. But what is good? I definitely think that you can and you should prototype your ideas in Fortnite editor right now, because you get free server.
Yeah. That's very important.
Try to pay for the server, try to pay for infrastructure, try to build that, try to find people playing that game on the server that you've built.
I mean, there is actually, it is a really important thing in, like, the fact is that those who are going to make it in UEFN now will have staying power as it is in Roblox. The early incumbents, they always get on the blue ocean market, and they will get, if you make it, you're more likely to stick around for a long time.
Yeah.
So while it's harder, the payoff is to be there at the hard part at the beginning, right? So yeah, I think that there's a lot speaking for that. The other part is that Epic and Fortnite, they have the Unreal Engine, and they do have their shop, for then bridging over your community into a proper, your own game, like your own PC game or your own mobile game that would be built on Unreal. That there's a sort of a ramp off from being a UGC creator to maybe more established monetization structure for you to have like your own IP and game.
I also see it's very important for this community part especially.
Yeah.
Like at some point, as a developer, of course, you will not have just hundreds of people to test your game, but even 10 people around you, from your friends, you can just ask them to play that. And it is also very important to finding like-minded people. Like, if you really want to grow, in my opinion, you should be really in a place everybody wants to grow.
Yeah.
Then everybody actually will motivate each other. Then you will go to succeed there. So, excuse me, I will give. And for me there, it's actually also maybe developers sometimes underestimating the power of the community.
Yeah.
Because actually, the real power is coming from the community. Because at some point, if you can reach not many, 1,000 of people,
yeah,
1,000 of people can try your game, and if you can really get this data, then you can really use it and make a really successful game there. This is really important.
Well, you can definitely improve upon your skills each and every time, because 1,000 is your sort of a basic testing ground to get any good kind of KPIs within any range of game. But I will also point out that, when it comes to like creative output and where to play around, I mean, I created a YouTube like pop star, and then that blew up on TikTok, got 12 billion views on TikTok. Did I make millions off of that? No, but if I would get 12 billion users into my game in Roblox, I'm pretty good right now.
Exactly.
So like
it was making already some million euros.
Yeah. Like that would be amazing, right? So it's such a different scenario, and I think it's such a great place to play around in, and there's so much creativity that you could do that the format lends for so much more.
Yeah.
As a business, even just a structural business offering for young creators, it has a lot of leg. But I want to give you like the A, B, and C of what you should do when it comes to community if you are having your game take off. One, which was the updates, right? Update regularly. 2, Discord community. With Discord community, don't start too early. Make sure you have rules of engagement in ways to like get away people who are troublesome, because that will happen eventually too. Set hard rules for yourself on how much crap you're going to take, for what you do, for what you love. Because I have had that too, is that sometimes it can become that you're not having fun anymore.
Yeah.
And you're not having fun, and you're not making money, and you have an angry mob, and that's not a good place where you want to be.
That happens so easily.
And that happens so easily. So be careful going into that. Know that you have some rules set for yourself on how you want to engage with people. And then the other thing is make sure that you have content that you're doing. And by the way, that's growing. There's starting to be like like esports and rewarded tournaments and ways that you can get people to engage and play. And it's that shape that's getting better, where it was really hard before. So I'm pretty excited about what that community means. But most importantly, try to get an email newsletter going.
This is important, something.
Like try to get a direct line to your customer, your audience. Because if you don't have it, Fortnite or Roblox can turn off your game at any point and take all of that away from you. But if you have an email or a Discord or several different places, but specifically the email, you can say, this happened to me. I am now moving to this platform. Join me, rally around me, help me,
And most of your audience will follow with it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So you were saying something, Andres.
Yeah, it was on a previous topic that a lot of developers, when they develop game, they do prototype. And they showcase that prototype, to the community or to friends, as you said.
Yeah.
But comments from your friends or community is not realistic comment
that's
from
very
the
good point.
audience.
Yeah, usually they're like not very honest.
The game dev community, they have their own values inside of the community, and they all will tell you that's the best game in the world. But then you will go to real world, and everyone will be like, I don't care about your project. And in between us, we can sit there and we will create the best games for us. No one will play that.
Yeah, that's
and that's why those platforms are so good. You can prototype your game, and some random kid from, I don't know, America or Asia will play your game, and he will tell you, this game sucks.
Yeah.
But they will be honest about it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true.
That's true feedback.
Yeah.
That's very fast and free.
Very good point.
That's why I say don't spend a lot of time on it. Don't polish your failure.
Yeah.
Just don't polish your failure. Go out and fail fast.
And
Rip off the Band-Aid.
That's the good fact is that you've made the project, you tried it out, someone tried it, you see it doesn't work. Next one. So good. And then you see something clicked. And out of that, I truly believe what we will see more and more is that developers, even professional, teams, will be prototyping there. And then, okay, this clicks. Let's make a standalone game with the same audience. That's what were you saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, yes. Right now, Roblox takes 70% of your incomes. Yes, Fortnite right now around 60, yes, but who knows what will happen. Maybe they will take 90 at some point. But then you already have audience, you take that audience and make a standalone game. But you already have the base.
Yeah,
That's,
I mean, and even if you say, even if it was that you have that base, you can also do several versions of things on
Yeah.
Roblox and communicate that. Because the thing is that you have a hard time communicating within the platform itself. So having any other place in which you can communicate your efforts, your work, your creative future, your plans, and really get people to be along with your vision. Because Roblox isn't just about going and playing games. It's about being close to the developer too. These developers become rock stars in their own sense.
Yeah.
You know, like they are people because they often have a Discord. They do talk to the people that who are playing their games. They do learn from them. They have these,
Exactly.
interpersonal relationships. So it's completely different.
So actually, I just checked. We just have like 5-10 minutes. I just want to sum up.
Wow.
Yeah.
We talked that. I thought it was going to
We
be
did,
it
yeah.
was really
so
hard. Yeah.
even if we have time, we can just talk another
Yeah.
hour
Yeah, yeah.
easily. So I just want to sum up, but like for just before closing, I just want to talk about this buzzword AI.
Ah, yes.
Like AI is coming and AI is everywhere. Something with by AI, something with by AI. We are seeing everything. It's everywhere. So
It's hard to ignore.
how do you think like it will affect UGC gaming?
I mean, honestly, the people who are going to come out winners are the UGC creators if they do embrace, and the more they embrace AI in ways that works for them and their audiences. Because, as I said, it's like fail fast, get there faster, be as creative. It's just about being as creative and finding the coolest idea.
Yeah.
And it's not so much about the art form. And I hate to say that because I know that's probably not what anyone would want to hear. But it is a big conversation instead, and the art is in the conversation.
Oh yeah.
And so, yeah, I think you're not going to get away from AI. AI is already a huge tool. It's a tool for the big industries. Some industries are, some big game companies are saying, no, we don't use it. Some of them are like wholeheartedly embracing it. The fact is that the biggest companies, even if they say they're not, they're doing it somewhere in the background probably, and they are embracing it and learning and figuring out how to be in an advantage. That with their money, with their IP, if they own the IP, which they can then legally have the copyrightable aspects to it, they're crushing out the competition where no one gets to do anything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, UGC is like this creator voice forefront of like real creators getting to say what they want to say and do what they want to do. And if they embrace AI and really hone in on what they want to say and what they want to create, they're going to be so much more culturally relevant. And this is the time.
But what do you like? Let's say suggest for a developer, they can really use AI. Like they can use many AI tools for free right now on internet. How they can convert this AI word something useful in their game development?
There's
like
many,
basically, very simply.
very many. So even if you're just getting a ChatGPT type LLM,
let's go with ChatGPT.
Let's go with ChatGPT. You can say, I would like to create a game on Roblox that is like this. What should the core game loop be? What would be some core game loops? It might even give you like a whole breakdown. It might even start telling you how to do your UI. It can there are so many things that you will just go like, oh, that's a really cool idea. And you just got me 5 steps further than me sitting here wondering about it by myself. So even just as a soundboard, that you're asking it these questions, even if you want to go it the other way, just being shown what's wrong. That's usually what happens in a company of 5 people, is that the 4 people are showing you something that you're like, 2 other people are like, nah, that's never gonna fly. So you have all these. That's what the group of people now is just happening faster, and you can just do it and kind of get some of the crap out of the way. But it's some of it is like just finding out what you think and reflecting on it, seeing it happen further, because the other thing that is a danger in any kind of art or development is that you fall in love with your idea.
Yeah, this is
when you're working on it.
Biggest mistake, maybe. Yeah.
And you don't get to see it for what it is.
Yeah.
And so you get blinded by your work process.
Yeah.
If you have an idea and at least part of the work process is already reflected back at you, what that idea might be like, you can go, oh wait, this is actually not going to work.
Exactly.
Like really quickly and say like, actually, if I now take it, I just want to like adjust these things, and suddenly you've jumped past the failure.
Yeah, actually, we can use the AI tools basically just to shape our idea or to get some more ideas about our idea. And also, there is also like some graphical,
Well, yes.
some video, some even.
There's all kinds of things.
Yeah,
effects.
also some like
Sound effects.
we tried like in the last development, we tried one AI tool
Yeah.
for 3D modeling. It's unbelievable because we generated something in Midjourney, we put it there, and I was expecting as my profession is 3D modeling,
Yeah.
and I was expecting it will give some like a very broken like we call it topology,
Yeah.
like a very bad, like good looking, but in the background is a bad
Yeah.
modeled
Yeah.
3D model. No,
Yeah.
it was totally great.
No,
model.
they're all coming
So
to be there. Yeah.
you can also use in your games that like 3D tools, changing your ID with the GPTs and for the graphical parts.
How many
and UI.
times does a 3D artist have to make a tree before we can like maybe
Yeah.
just say we're past that?
Yeah,
Like we don't need to make a tree anymore. We
Yeah.
can just like ask for a tree.
everywhere is 3.
There's a tree. Yeah.
Free 3D 3 model.
I mean, there's just exactly.
Yeah.
Like there's some aspects to that which is like, do we need to
Yeah.
need to spend time on that? Do I need to know every shape of the braid, like
Exactly.
grass blades? Do I need to know every cloud in the sky? I don't know.
Yeah. I will make the like closing part with you, please. I just want to ask, like, when you are giving, for example, these minorities, the game development education, are you also using AI tools or telling them to use some AI, get some help from AI?
Yeah, definitely, because they can do it faster. How can I expect for one person to do 3D modeling, audio, and all the things alone, or the team of 4 people, and they have to do a prototype in a week or 2 weeks? It's too hard. In Estonia, we even have a company who is doing 2D from 3D. It's Alpha 3D right now is doing this. We used tools for audio. We made music.
It's also very important.
We
Making
made
music,
voices.
finding
Well,
music.
sound effects also. There's all of that.
Speech to audio is really good right now.
It is really good, yeah.
Unbelievably good. I used it in last projects. It was much better than
so good.
just like trying to talk yourself. So yeah, of course we're using them. Of course we're using them because I don't think that if you will hide from it or run from it, it will help you.
Yeah.
No, because someone will use it and they will go ahead of you and will be faster. And sadly, the world is a business.
Yeah, I'm
Exactly.
afraid Pandora's box has been opened on that one.
Exactly. So, thank you very much, everybody. We actually filled our time. So, I hope you enjoyed it, you liked it. So, thank you very much.
Yes,
Elisa.
thank you.
Thank you very much, Andres. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Opa.
Oh my God.
This is Alu. He is a professional esports player, and he has it all. Keyboards, mice, and even the dopest clothes. Is there anything he is missing? Oh, now I know. How about the monitor?
Huh?
So it seems like Alu had a trick up his sleeve. And he means serious business with this one. Look at that, a man who loves his new Pro monitor.
Is Minecraft.
Any questions?
Yeah, quite a few actually.
Fair enough. Welcome to the overworld, where anything you can imagine is possible, as long as what you imagine can be built out of blocks. That's okay, bud. Buckets are useful here.
I know. That's why I made them. They're buck chuckets.
In this world, creativity is key to survival.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
What am I doing here?
What's this junk?
An ender pearl. Teleports you to wherever you throw it.
Yeah, right.
Siis mikä voi olla niin tärkeää, että äijä enää 2 viikkoon? Äijä on tullut takaisin. No niin, let's go. Pitkästä aikaa pelikentällä.